Okay, so this is an actual live. I'm not sure how successful this will be or what situations we're going to run into, but I do want to give it a try and see if there's anybody who's going to ask questions. Ah, yes. So we could ask questions any second when people come in. I know I've been a little on the chaotic side, but that is in the name and that is to be expected. Ah, okay. Mm-hmm. My stomach is growling, but I don't want to eat anything. I don't want to eat anything. Not right now. I need to wait instead of just snacking all the time. Let me see. I'm going to send myself a heart. Yay. Ah. I finally figured this out. It took me a while. Now I can see that there's these little green dots on the screen that are telling me that my voice is coming through. Before there was nothing. There was no sound coming out of my microphones. Well, hello, Miss Bunny. Hello. So good to see you here. I don't know how you do this live as many times as you do, girl, because this is tough. Ay, ay, ay. I have been trying to figure out how to get my camera right, how to get my microphone to work, how to not be so blurry. Oh my gosh, I ran into so many different things. But you know what? If you really want to do something, you don't give up, right? I mean, you have to keep trying. It's the same thing with budgeting. Thank you, Miss Bunny. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How are we doing today, this lovely Sunday? I know I never got to say this, but I'm pretty sure you're proud of your Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sure. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. That's true. That's true. See, because I was trying to do it on my phone the first time that I tried it. I tried to do it on my phone and it came out weird because it was reversed. And I was like, well, I'm not left handed. So I had to move my phone and then I finally got it. But you can only really tell unless it's like actually logged in. And I was like, oh my gosh, people are going to see this. But you know, I've been doing test runs all day for a good portion of the day. And I've just been deleting them. That delete button is yes, I am happy it's there because nobody's got to see all of the struggles I went through. You're like, what is wrong with this lady? Everything. Let's see if you have any questions for me that I can answer. I will try. Let's not get too personal now, right? I am married. But yes, I know your Eagles. They won. I'm like amazed and I'm happy and I'm proud. That game was an interesting one. I can tell you that for sure. I live here in Texas, and there's a huge following for the Dallas Cowboys. And I know that the Cowboys are not loved at all by the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I have been having the hardest time with this camera, but I, it feels really good when you finally get something to work, especially when you have been trying over and over and over again. It feels amazing. Success is an amazing feeling. And I think that that's why it's important to have a growth mindset. Because if you don't have a growth mindset, you're going to be stuck in a rut and you're just going to let failure kind of like take you down. So, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm thinking that I might want to do some savings challenges. But I don't know, because I really have got to pay down my debt. And I know savings challenges are a great way to, put money aside and build it up. But there was this one time when I was doing it before that I had saved up so much money and the payment wasn't due for a while. And I ended up spending that money. And that was, of course, back in 2024. And it put me back. It put me back. And that's why I was like, you know what? It might be better off for me to just, keep everything in the bank, or the majority of the money in the bank, because it was too tempting and too close for me. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. What is your favorite thing to do when you want to relax? Let's see. My favorite thing to do is to journal. I love journaling. I love planning. I love doing decorative stuff. I'm not great at it, but it is calming to me. Like, it relaxes me. I used to do a lot of reading, but I haven't really been having enough brain power at the end of the day to do the reading. And I don't have the time, during the day to read. And oh my gosh, but now it's just kind of like, okay, it's fine. Things change, habits change, hobbies change. And so that's what I'm doing now, is just kind of like decorating. I have like tons and tons of washi tape that I just really need to use. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm decorating. That's, just how I like to pass my time. My husband and I, we also like to watch a lot of TV shows. And that's us time, and that's why we have so many streaming services. We have so many streaming services, and I know I shouldn't have that many. Let me see. Oh, I love watching Abbott Elementary. I love that show with a passion because I'm a teacher. And so there's a lot of things that, that they do, that they talk about. And it's just, there's so many things that are just like, yep. Ay, ay, ay. Let me see. My husband and I, we finished watching another series on Paramount. We were watching a series called School Spirits. That one was also really good. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It left with a cliffhanger, so I'm looking forward to the next season. That's for sure. I really, really like it. Well, hello. Yeah, so I know I've watched School Spirits, and the one that my husband and we just recently got into, which was really interesting. Uh, it's called The Yellow Jackets. I don't know if anybody has seen that, but that's pretty intense stuff. You have to watch something very wholesome afterwards in order to clean your palate, because that show is intense. Yellow Jackets, it's not playing around. It has some serious stuff in it. But yeah, I know that there's 3 seasons, I believe. And so my husband and we just started watching it, and we've already finished the first season. So we're on the second season. And that is something that I know I'm looking forward to the next time we can watch it, but we have to wait until the kids are asleep. And that's how, we have to make sure that the kids are asleep and that they can't hear anything from what's going on. um, but yeah, so my husband and we love to watch TV shows together. Let me see. What else? What else? Reacher. I saw that. That's on Prime, isn't it? I think that's on Prime. Oh, yes, Dexter. I saw that a little bit. I never got into it. But I heard that that one was really, really good. I mean, obviously, right? But yes. Hi, Elma. Hello, darling. Hello, hello. Let's see. You're currently watching it now too. Oh my gosh, Yellow Jackets. Like I said, you definitely have to watch something wholesome afterwards to clean your mind a little bit, because you cannot be left with that stuff in lingering. you just you really can't. Let me see. What else? Another show, another show that we've watched recently. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I started watching Gilmore Girls. That's what I started watching. As I was mentioning, something wholesome, that I just started watching it. I never watched it in my younger days. Apparently it came out in the year 2000 something, and I never watched it, but it's very wholesome and it's been recommended. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a completely different kind of show and series to be watching for sure. Let's see. I don't drink. I don't. Okay, let me tell you a story. Okay. Uh, Dig in for story time as to why I don't drink. Okay. So when I was younger, I think I might have been 26. I think I was 26. Yes. Currently I'm 43. So it's been a while. But when I was 26, I went out to go drink with my mom and my sister because my sister was visiting. My sister lives in Dallas, and she came down to where we live. And so my mom was like, let's go out. Let's go have some drinks. And I was like, yes, let's go. Hey, Taj. Yes. So I was like, all right, let's go out. And of course, my boyfriend at the time, we were not, we were okay. We were not like serious, but we were together quite a bit. And so I went out with my mom. I went out with my sister. It was a really good night. The music was going, and there was these guys, and they were buying me drinks. And my favorite drinks when I was younger were Long Islands. Those were my drink of choice. And they continued to buy me drinks. And I said that that was fine because I was with my mom and my sister, because I knew I'm good. Nothing's going to happen to me, because they are the people who I trust. And of course, my mom, she drank, but she didn't drink a lot because she already knew if she's there with her girls, she's there to help watch them. I'm like, all right. And so by the end of the night, I can't remember anything. I don't remember anything. My sister told me that when it was time for us to leave, I didn't want to go. And she was trying to pull me out. And I finally did go. And then I was walking really funny. Apparently, I fell, and my sister put me in the car. She put me in her car. I was in the back seat, and apparently, I just Ralphed all over her back seat, and her chairs got stained. And the next day, when I woke up, I don't even remember getting home. I don't remember getting home. I don't remember being in the vehicle. And my arm was hurting so much. And it's because my sister told me it's because I fell. So, yeah. After that night, I stopped drinking. I said I could not allow myself to ever be in that situation again. And that's because I was in a safe place with my mom and my sister. I just took it too far. So, in the past, it was a Long Island iced tea, which was my favorite drink. But I don't drink anymore. Ever since that incident happened, never again. I never drank again. And my husband, my husband is not the guy that I was with at the time. But, I did tell him, he told me, he's like, if we're going to get serious, I want to make sure that you're not somebody who drinks. And I said, nope, I don't drink. and I explained to him the story before we got married and everything. And so he understood. He was like, oh, okay, well, he's never had a drink in his entire life, my husband. And so out of respect for him too, I would never go back to drinking. I don't have a need to. And I think I got all of the fun I needed in that one night. But yeah, so that happened. Let me see. As far as like the budgeting stuff, let me ask you guys something. Have you all thought about doing like a quarterly update? Like a quarterly update as far as like, what did you spend in the first quarter when it comes to your groceries? Or what did you spend when it came to your spending? Because I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing a quarterly update because we're already coming to the end of the quarter. By the time March is over, we'll already be done with a quarter of the year. And, I think that it's probably important to do that. Yeah, I think so because I was going over my numbers and I was looking at my average, and my average for my groceries is about $330. And I was like, man, that's pretty good. So when I do my actual monthly budget, I think that that's the number I should go with instead of just like randomly saying, oh, I'm going to put 350 or, you know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it would be cool to see how it changes over time. Um, Especially with, the quarter. I don't know. I feel like you can gauge yourself a little bit more. I was looking at my debt, and you know how I started off with what I shared. It's over $36,000 in debt, and I'm almost done paying off my TJ Maxx, and I'm like, man, if my debt snowball keeps building, I think I can be done with the next one within 2 months, which would be by the next quarter. I'm like, yeah. All right, we'll see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see, an update at the end of this month. Yeah, do it. I want to see how everything's going for sure. Let's see. I know I only have about a few more minutes on here before I have to go, but I just want to see if there's any other questions, anything else, any other questions anybody wants to ask. Let me see. I'll share some stuff. I'm a Leo. But I'm on the lazy side of the Leos. My mom was on the early side of Leos, and she was always very active and always very responsible with getting stuff done. Me, on the other hand, I'm more like I need cat naps all the time. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm glad to see that the live is working, my microphone is working, and that all of my trial and error has paid off. So I guess I'll go ahead and I'll let you all go, and I'll talk to you in the next time. Bye.